First thing first, we give all praises to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushai, for his enduring love and compassion for our people scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And I give the Most High thanks for this week that we've had and for giving us a chance to be here alive at this moment in time. Today, we're going to be going over our Torah portion for this week, which is found in the book of Deuteronomy, which is Devarim. Deuteronomy, Devarim, and we're going to start in Deuteronomy, the first chapter. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side of Jordan in the wilderness, and they plan over against the Red Sea between Paran and Tophel and Laban and Hazeroth and Tisuhab. There are 11 days' journey from Horeb by the way of Mount Seir unto Kadesh Barnea. So if you guys don't know, Mount Seir is where the Edomites ended up living, because that was the land that was promised to Esau, the Edomites, right? Verse 3, and it came to pass that in the 40th year, in the 11th month, on the first day of the month, that Moses spake unto the children of Israel, according to all that the Most High had given him, in commandment unto them. After he had slain Sihon, the king of the Amorites, which dwelt in Heshbon, and Og, the king of Bashan, which dwelt at Ashtaroth and Edrei, on this side Jordan in the land of Moab, began Moses to declare this law, saying, The Most High our God spake unto us in Horeb, Ye have dwelt long enough in this mount. Turn you and take your journey, and go to the mount of the Amorites, and to all the places nigh thereunto, and the plain, and the hills, and in the valley, and in the south, and by the seaside, the land of the Canaanites, and unto Laban, unto the great river, the river Euphrates. Now, what a lot of you don't know is that this is kind of like repeating the border that Israel should have had, right? Which, if really Israel believed and they fought, they could have managed to get that border, because the border, according to the book of Genesis, which we're gonna read in a few minutes, would stretch from the great river, which is the Nile, all the way to the Euphrates. So in today's term, a lot of the countries you see in the Middle East, including Saudi Arabia, Lebanon, and a portion of Syria, Iraq, all those countries would actually be part of the land of Israel, right? So let's get the book of Genesis chapter 15 verse 18. Let's get the book of Genesis chapter 15 verse 18. The book of Genesis chapter 15 verse 18. Genesis chapter 15 verse 18. It says, And the same day the Most High made a covenant with Abraham, saying, Unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates, right? Now, when it says the river of Egypt, let me clarify that the river of Egypt is talking about the Nile, right? Unto the great river, which is the Euphrates. So, that's what we read earlier, where it says in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 7, where it says, Turn you and take your journey, and go to the mount of the Amorites, and unto all the places nigh thereunto, in the plain, and the hills, and in the valley, and in the south, and by the seaside, to the land of the Canaanites, and unto Lebanon, unto the great river, the river Euphrates. So the great river, the river Euphrates. So meaning that Israel had the potential to become a really huge country. When you look at the distance from the river of Egypt unto the Euphrates, massive piece of land, right? Verse 8, behold, I have set the land before you. Go and possess the land, which the Most High swore unto your father Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give unto them and to their seed after them. Right, so that land that was promised to the Israelites, right? Initially promised to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, but the Bible says to them and to their seed. And we, as Hebrew Israelites, are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So this is our ancestral homeland. And we say that many, many times. Israel is our ancestral homeland, right? Currently inhabited by foreigners, people that are not real Jews. Verse 9, and I spake unto you at that time, saying, I am not able to bear you myself alone. The Most High your God has multiplied you, and behold, ye are this day as the stars of heaven for multitude. Now, mind you, this is as we are close to going into our land, right? This is as we are close to getting into the promised land. And the Bible always describes us as the stars of heaven for multitude. That's how many people that was born, in the wilderness after we were out of Egypt for about 40 years. A lot of people, we've grown from a small country to actually, from a small tribe to a huge nation, right? Verse 11, and the Most High God of your fathers make you 1,000 times so many more as ye are, and bless you as they promise you. How can I myself alone bear your cumbrance and your burden and your strife? Take you wise men and understanding and known among your tribe, I will make them rulers over you. And ye answer me and say, the thing which thou hast spoken is good for us. So I took the chief of your tribes, wise men and known, and made them heads over you, captain over thousands, captains over hundreds, captains over 50s, captains over 10s, and officers among you. Now there are a lot of things I want you guys to pay attention to, because we need to go back to Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 15, what we just read, because right now we're on verse 16, right? But we're gonna go back to verse 15, where it says, so I took the chief of your tribes. The word here used for the chief of your tribes is Zakan, or modern day Hebrew Zaken. This word is actually synonymous. It's not just synonymous, it is the same word used actually for elders. Okay, let's get that. Let's get Deuteronomy 31:28. Right, I'm gonna show you something right quick. Deuteronomy 31:28. It says, gather unto me all the elders of your tribes. This is the same identical word, which means gather unto me all the chiefs of your tribes. Okay, let me read it again. Gather unto me all the elders of your tribes and your officers, that I may speak these words in their ears, and call heaven and earth to record against them. I want you guys to know that, and don't let yourself get deceived or tricked by false preachers, because there's this doctrine going on around that if an elder tells you to do something, you have to do it. In Israel, the elders we were referring to, those were chiefs of your tribes, and those were not necessarily elders because of age. The word Zaken has nothing to do with age. Actually, it's referring to tribal leaders. You understand? Essentially, your leaders. That's what it's talking about. It's not talking about, like, if you see some random old man in the street, anything he tells you is all of a sudden you have to do it. You have to assume it's lawful, because somebody might be old of age and he come and lie to you. or he tell you to break the law. You understand? This is not, when we look at the word zaken, it's referring to the chiefs of your tribes. So what Moses was saying is that you're gonna take chiefs of your tribes, people that have knowledge and wisdom, and you're gonna put them in positions, and you're gonna create a order, kind of like a quasi military order where you have captain, chief captains, captain of 50s, etc. Verse 16. And I charge your judges at the time, saying, hear the cause between your brethren, and judge righteously between every man and his brother, and the stranger that is with him. Now that's very important. You understand? When it comes to judgment, that judgment extend to strangers, right? So if you have strangers around you in your nation, you gotta do righteous judgment. What we see in this land here in America, judgment judgment is, it depends on how much money you have. You understand? If you get a good attorney, you can get bailed out for any crime that you do. While you have a black man that's in prison, he's languishing for a long time and can never get a good lawyer, not even a public defender. When he finally make it to see the judge, they're gonna have to try to cut a deal where he say he's guilty, and then he can get quote unquote lesser sentence. Right? So the Bible is asking, and the Bible is saying, and I charge your judges at the time, saying, hear the causes between your brethren, and judge righteously between every man and his brother, and the stranger that is with him. So even if you are like a stranger immigrant or something, your judgment need to be righteous. But the key thing is, we don't want to forget on verse 13 and verse 15 when the Bible talk about wise men, right? Let's read a verse right quick. What does that mean, wise men, that you're going to be putting in this position? Does that mean anybody? What does that mean, wise men? Psalm 111 verse 10. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever. So if you really want to know how to choose a wise man, a man that have wisdom, then the first thing you need to know is, does that person keep the commandments? Is he keeping the commandments? Why? Because keeping the commandments itself show that that person has the fear of the Most High, right? And the Bible is clear on that. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. If the Most High tell you to do something, you're not doing it, you don't fear the Most High. Okay? So, and if you do fear the Most High, that's the beginning of wisdom. And we're going to get another verse right quick in Psalm 37, verse 30. Let's get it right quick. The book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 3. Trust in the Most High in the good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. I don't think that's the verse I was looking for. Actually, it's Psalm 37, verse 30. Salakia. The mouth of the righteous speak wisdom, and his tongue talk of judgment. The mouth of the righteous speak wisdom. If you have a case where you have, for example, whether it be young or old, but especially someone who's old, and in his mouth, he cannot control it, and he makes any type of random statements, or he curses people out, this is that a sign of someone who has wisdom. Okay? And if you're gonna take people like that, right, who their mouth are not speaking righteously, and you're gonna try to put them in positions, you just have to wait to see what's gonna happen. But the Bible is clear on that. It says the mouth of the righteous speak wisdom, and his tongue talk of judgment. So what comes out of his mouth is talks of judgment, and he speak righteous things. That's very important. So let's continue. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 18. Verse 17, you shall not respect persons in judgment, but ye shall hear the small as well as the great. You shall not be afraid of the face of man, for the Most High is God's, for judgment is God's. For judgment is the Most High's, and the cause that is too hard for you, bring it unto me, and I will hear it. And I commend you at that time all the things which ye shall do. Now, mind you, in America, we have different instances when it comes to like the court system, right? You have lower courts, you have a court of appeals, you have the Supreme Court. But in Israel, Moses was like, if you cannot judge those matters, I'm gonna put judges all over the country. But if you cannot judge matters, you bring them to me, and I'm gonna judge them. So think of him at that time as being like more like the Supreme Court, right? Verse 18, Deuteronomy 1, verse 18, and I command you at that time all the things which ye should do. And when ye departed from Horeb, we went through all that great and terrible wilderness which ye saw by the way of the mountain of the Amorites, as the Most High our God commanded us, and we came to Kadesh Barnea. We're going to keep reading. Verse 20, and I said unto you, ye are come unto the mountain of the Amorites, which the Most High our God does give unto us. Behold, the Most High thy power has set the land before thee. Go up and possess it, and the Most High thy power, and the Most High and the Most High God of thy fathers hath said unto thee, fear not, neither be discouraged. Right? It says, fear not, neither be discouraged. And ye came near unto me, every one of you, and said, we will send men before us, and they shall search out the land and bring us word again by what way we must go, and into what cities we shall come. And the saying pleased me well. And I took 12 men of you, one of a tribe, and they turned and went into the mountain, and came into the valley of Eshcol, and searched it out. And they took of the fruit of the land in their hands, and brought it down unto us, and brought words, and brought us word again, and said, it is a good land which the Most High our God does give us. Notwithstanding, you would not go up, but rebelled against the Most High your God, and ye murmured in your tents, and said, because the Most High hated us, he had brought us forth out of the land of Egypt to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites. Now, this is very interesting. Remember, who just saved the children of Israel from slavery? Can anybody answer that question? I think the answer is very simple. It is the Most High. But yet the people are murmuring, saying that, you know what? I think it's just because God don't love us. That's why he brought us over here to kill all of us. Does that make any sense to you? You know, and it kind of show you, and this is one of the problems we've always had among us, right? As a people, is the murmuring. We are people that love to murmur. We love it. And that's a problem. Let's get the book of Numbers right quick. Numbers 14. The book of Numbers, chapter 14, verse 26. Numbers, chapter 14, verse 26. And the Most High spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, how long shall I bear with this evil congregation? You see what the Bible, the Most High called Israel? This evil congregation. Why? Because of murmuring. The Bible called Israel this evil congregation because of murmuring, right? Let's continue. We're going to continue. I'm going to show you. It says, which murmur against me. I have heard the murmuring of the children of Israel, which they murmur against me. A lot of times the people, sometimes they're murmuring against Moses. But remember, Moses wasn't just doing his work, he was doing the Most High's work. So when you keep murmuring, you are in fact murmuring against the Most High, right? And we'll read a little bit more. It says, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel, which they murmur against me. Say unto them, meaning tell them, as truly as I live, saith the Most High, as ye have spoken in my ears, so will I do to you. So, meaning just like you're murmuring and yapping, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing to you. So clearly showing you that the Most High is not happy with these people at all. Verse 26, notwithstanding, you would not go up, but rebelled against the Most High, against the commandment of the Most High, your power. And ye murmured in your tents and said, because the Most High hated us, he had brought us forth out of the land of Egypt to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites to destroy us. Whither shall we go? Our brethren have discouraged our heart, saying, the people is greater and taller than we. The cities are great and walled up to heaven, and moreover, we have seen the son of the Anakim. Then I said unto you, dread not, neither be afraid. The Most High your power, which goes before you, he shall fight for you, according to all that he did for you in Egypt before your eyes. The people, now, when Moses sent them in the land to kind of like scout the place and look at the place and see the conditions things are, and look at the, the people they're living there, as well as the fruits and everything, they came in and they said the land is good. The land is good, but at the same time, right, at the same time, they brought an evil report to all the people, and the people were so scared. Even though Moses had already told the people, do not be afraid, but the people were so scared, especially with them saying that they saw the Anakim there. Now, a lot of you don't know the Anakim. Who are the Anakim? But the Anakim, they were literally giants, you know. They were like tall beings. And so when the people go there, they say, man, we see people so tall, grapes big. That scared the people, man. Nobody wanted to fight. And we were that close to conquering the land. But because of that report, things changed, right? Verse 30, the Most High your power which goeth before you, he shall fight for you according to all that he did for you in Egypt before your eyes. Right? And in the wilderness, where they have seen how the Most High thy power bear thee as a man, bear his son, and all his way that he went away. So like, yeah, and all his way that ye went until ye came into this place. Yet in this thing you did not believe the Most High. What does the Bible say? Yet in this thing you did not believe in the Most High. Right? Let's read on. Who went on away before you to search you out a place to pitch your tents, and fire by night to show you by what way you should go, and a cloud by day. The Most High heard the voice of your words, and was wroth, and sware, saying, surely there shall not come one of the men of this evil generation see that good land which I swear to give unto your fathers, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh. And Salakia, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh, he shall see it he shall see it, to him will I give the land that he had trodden upon, and his children, because he has wholly followed the Most High. So out of all this generation, everybody, they had to die because of this one thing. And this is where sometimes we do dumb things, we don't think of the consequences. And this is one of those dumb things that those guys, they did. They went, they saw the land. Even if there was Anakim there, it's not in your position to spread to everybody, oh my God, I've seen Anakim, I've seen tall beings. There's definitely giants in that land. And before you know it, everybody's scared. You tell people, gather up, get your weapons. People will be like, man, I don't want to fight. We're gonna get slaughtered if we're gonna fight those people. How you gonna conquer a nation? How you gonna take over a land? How you gonna be able to beat armies, right? If you like that. So let's get verse 37. And the Most High was angry with me for your sake, saying, thou shalt also not go in thither. Because of the people, watch this, because of the people, even Moses got in trouble. The Most High was pissed with Moses, right? And the Most High was angry with me for your sake, saying, thou also shalt not go in either. But Joshua the son of Nun, which stand before thee, he shall go in thither. Encourage him, for he shall cause Israel to inherit it. Moreover, your little ones, which ye said should be a prey, and your children, which in that day had no knowledge between good and evil, they shall go in thither. And unto them will I give it, and they shall possess it. But as for you, turn you and take your journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. Then ye answered and said unto me, we have sinned against the Most High. We will go up and fight according to all that the Lord has commanded us. Right? Let's keep on reading. And the Most High said unto me, say unto them, um, so like verse 20, verse 41. Then ye answered and said unto me, we have sinned against the Most High. We will go up and fight according to all that the Most High our power commanded us. And when ye have girded on every man his weapon of war, you are ready to go up into the hill. And the Most High said unto me, say unto them, go not up, neither fight, for I am not among you, lest ye be smitten before your enemies. So I spake unto you, and you would not hear, but rebelled against the commandment of the Most High, and went presumptuously up unto the hill. Up unto the hill. So now, this is one of those crazy things. Even though we have already messed up by spreading rumors and telling everybody that there's Anakim in the land that we're gonna go, and then the people are tall, it's this and that, and now everybody's scared. But the people, they decided to go up and fight a fight, even though Moses clearly tell them, do not go. They still be like, yep, we're gonna try it, we're gonna fight. But watch what happened, right? And this is right, that fight was especially it was against the Amorites. Verse 44, and the Amorites which dwell in that mountain came out against you, and chased you as bees do, and destroy you in Seir, even unto Hormah. Right? So the Amorites literally obliterated the Israelites, right? All of that because they would not listen to the Most High. But we're gonna get a couple of verses right quick. Let's get Exodus. Let's get Exodus 14, verse 14. A lot of you might have, you might have read that verse. Very beautiful verse. The book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 14. The Most High shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. The Most High shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. What does that mean? That means you are not in a position to decide when you want to fight, how you want to fight. It's the Most High that fight for you. So what does that mean? If the Most High does not give you the order to go fight, you should not be fighting. Stay home. Don't make random choice. Put that in your mind right now, and I want you to learn it and never forget it. Right? Don't just wake up and make decisions for yourself. Consult the Most High. Ask him what he thinks first, and you're gonna see you're gonna be victorious in everything that you do. So that's why when Moses consulted with the Most High is like, nope, don't go. Tell the people don't go. They're like, nah, we're going anyway. And when they went, well, you guys know the story. They were beaten to a pulp. You understand? They were beaten real bad by the Amorites. Right? Verse 45. And ye returned and wept before the Most High, but the Most High would not hearken to your voice, nor give ear unto you. So ye abode in Kadesh many days, according unto the days that ye abode there. Let's continue. Let me see. I'm looking at to see if we missed something. I don't think we missed anything. Maybe Mount Seir, but you guys know, that Mount Seir is where the Edomites lived, right? Where the Edomites lived, and that was in south of Judea or south of Judah, close to going from Eilat all the way to Aqaba, which is the Sea of Aqaba, right, or the Gulf of Aqaba, however they call it. Verse 45. We're going to go back to Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 45. And you return and work before the Most High, but the Most High would not hearken unto your voice, nor give ear unto you. I mean, why should he? You didn't listen. This is one of the ways we behave, right? The Most High tell us not to do something, we go and do it anyway, then we suffer the consequences and we start crying. Kids, they do that all the time too. So I guess we do act like kids. We act like children. It's crazy. And ye abode in Kadesh many days, according unto the days that ye abode there. Deuteronomy chapter 2. Then we turned and took our journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea, as the Most High spake unto me. And we come past Mount Seir many days. And the Most High spake unto me, saying, Ye have come past this mountain long enough. Turn you northward. And commended thou the people, saying, Ye are to pass through the coasts of your brethren, the children of Esau, which dwell in Seir, and they shall be afraid of you. Take ye good heed unto yourselves, therefore. Now you see how the Bible called Esau your brethren? Because Esau and Jacob, they are twins. Right? So Jacob was the second born and Esau was the firstborn. So, those Edomites, they are our brethren. But we understand the spirit of jealousies in Esau. And we understand Esau as a nation, okay? That's what I mean, as a nation. They've had issues with Israel for the longest. And I don't think this is changing anytime soon. So, even though they are called our brethren, we still have this warfare with them, especially when it comes to Amalek. The Most High promised to destroy them from under the heavens. So they are our brethren, but not all the way our brethren. That's what I meant to say, so you guys understand, right? Verse 5. Meddle not with them, for I will not give you of their land, so not so much of a footbreadth, because I have given Mount Seir unto Esau for a possession. So the Most High clearly say, I give Mount Seir unto Esau for a possession. Right, so we're going to continue in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 2, verse 6. Ye shall buy meat of them for money, that ye may eat, and ye shall also buy water of them for money, that ye may drink. For the Most High thy power has blessed thee in all the works of thy hand. He knoweth thy walking through this great wilderness. These 40 years the Most High thy Elohim has been with thee. Thou hast lacked nothing. So for 40 years, the people didn't lack anything. The Most High was able to provide. And when we passed from our brethren, the children of Esau, which dwell in Seir, through the way of the plain from Elah and from Ezion Geber, we turn and pass by the way of the wilderness of Moab. And the Most High say unto me, distress not the Moabite, meaning don't bother the Moabites, neither contend with them in battle, for I will not give thee of their land for a possession, because I have given Ar unto the children of Lot for a possession. Let's continue. The Emims dwell there. So like the Emim dwelled there in time past, a people great and many and tall as the Anakims. Now, a lot of you don't know the Enims are actually giants, right? They are giants. Um, so the Bible compared them to the Anakim. So let's get a little bit of information on the Anakims. Let's see what we can get, right? Let's get the book of Numbers, chapter 13. We're gonna get some information about the giants. And that's it. The book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse 22. Numbers 13, verse 22. And they descended by the south and came unto Hebron, where Ahiman, Shishai, and Telmai, the children of Anak, were. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt. So as you can see, there was in fact a guy whose name was Anak, and this is where the Anakim come from. They are children of Anak, and the Bible described them as tall. Verse 28. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled, and the great and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. Once again, the children of Anak, very powerful. And there we saw the giants, the son of Anak. We saw the giants, the son of Anak. So the Bible clearly described the giants as the son of Anak. Yeah. The Bible said that, and there we saw the giants, the son of Anak, which come of the giants, and we were on our sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight. So I mean, like I said, they really dramatized the whole thing to make it seem like, oh my God, those people are so tall. Those people are very tall, and we are scared with this and that. Even if they were tall, in the eyes of the Most High, easy to be defeated. So there was no reason for the men to bring such evil report to scare the good people, and not everybody's scared. Nobody want to fight. That's not how you win wars. You win wars with willing and able bodies. Those are soldiers who are willing to go to the front line to defend you. Right, we're going to continue. And the Emims dwelled therein in time past. A people great and many and tall as the Anakim, which also were accounted giants as the Anakim, but the Moabites called them the Emims. I mean, we do have other lessons that talk about the Emims. We have the Emims, the Raphaim, the Horites. Those are family of giants. But let's gonna continue. The Horim, which what I just mentioned a second ago, called the Horites, also dwell in Seir before time, but the children of Esau succeeded them when they had destroyed them from before them, and dwelt in their stead, as Israel did unto the land of his possession, which the Most High gave unto them. Now rise up, said I, and get you over the brook of Zered. And we went over the brook of Zered, right? And this space which we came from Kadesh Barnea until we were come over the brook Zered was 38 years. Until all the generation of the men of war were wasted out from among the hosts, and the Most High swore unto them. For indeed the hand of the Most High was against them to destroy them from among the host, until they were consumed. So it came to pass, when all the men of war were consumed and dead from among the people, the Most High spake unto me, saying, Thou art to pass over to Ar, the coast of Moab, this day. And when thou come nigh against the children of Ammon, distress them not. distress them not. Remember, the Ammonites are not the same thing as the uh, Amorites. Remember, the Ammonites and the Amorites, not the same group of people, right? Distress them not, nor meddle with them, for I will not give thee of the land of the children of Ammon any possession, because I have given it unto the children of Lot for a possession. A lot of you don't know, but Lot had two kids. Well, I'm sure many of you know that. Lot had Moab and also Ammon, because his daughters, they made him drunk and tricked him into sleeping with them, and therefore that's how those kids were born. Those kids were basically mamzers, right? Let's continue. Verse 20, that also was accounted a land of giants. Giants dwelled therein in old time, and the Amorites called them Zamzumim. The Amorites called them Zamzumim, right? Let's continue reading. A people great and many and tall as the Anakim, but the Most High destroyed them before them, and they succeeded them and dwelt in their stead. Now, Zamzumim are really related to the Zumims, right? The Zamzumims are related to the Zumim. And I believe Zam that's in front of it, means crafty Zumims, right? Crafty Zumims or tricky Zumims. Those are a group of giants that existed in the old time, right? And they used to live in different locations, especially the Horim. They used to live in Mount Seir, and the Edomites had destroyed them and kicked them out. Let's continue reading. As he did, Salakia, verse 21, a people great and many, as tall as the Anakim, but the Most High destroyed them before them, and they succeeded them and dwelt in their stead. Verse 22, as he did to the children of Esau, which dwelt in Seir, when he destroyed the Horim from before them, and they succeeded them and dwelt in their stead, even unto this day. So really, as I mentioned before, the Edomites, they were able to get the land of the Horims, and they succeeded the Horims. Now, this story, there's a lot more to it, because later on you're going to find out that Esau, one of Esau's wife, was actually a Horite, and one of Eliphaz, I believe, slept with Timnah, and Timnah also was a Horite. And if indeed that the Horites are giants, just like the Zumim and the Rephaim, then there's a problem. That means they do have giants bloodline running in them as a group of people, and that would explain a lot. Maybe that would explain why white people are so racist. But we're gonna continue, right? Let's continue. Verse 25. Are we on 25 yet? No. Verse 24. Rise ye up, take your journey, and pass over the river of Arnon. Behold, I have given into thy hand Sihon the Amorite, king of Heshbon, and his land. Begin to possess it, and contend with him in battle, meaning fight with him in battle. Verse 25. This day will I begin to put the dread of thee and the fear of thee upon the nations that are under the whole heaven, who shall hear report of thee and shall tremble and be in anguish because of thee. What that means is that the Most High is gonna terrorize the nations. When the nations hear Israel, they're gonna be like, nope, we don't want to fight these people, because these people are furious. These people are not furious, rather, but fierce. You know, and you want that. Okay, you want that in a warfare. You want to be so strong, right, that when you go fight the enemy, that before you even show up, the enemy is trembling. Okay, that's important in warfare. So the Most High had promised that to us as a people, that when we meet our enemies, they would tremble, man. They'd be very scared. So let's get Deuteronomy right quick. We're gonna get Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Right? Now let's read one of the curses. Verse 25. The Most High shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. So that was one of the curses that the Most High had put on us. That when we go fight the heathens would in fact make us run and flee for our lives. Why? Simply for the simple reason that as a people, we were not keeping the commandments with gladness of heart. And because we were not keeping the commandments with gladness of heart, and we were doing all kind of wickedness, then all the curses that you find in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15 downward, they're all poured upon us. And so, even nowadays, when you think about it, we went to the slavery. The Arabs, they conquered Israel. Not Israel, rather the Arabs. They entered into Africa, and they conquered a bunch of Israelites tribe in Africa for 1,000 years. And just like the white men did, they sent us to slavery, had us walk through the Sahara Desert, and also sent us to the Indian across the Indian Ocean to sell us as slaves. All those bad things have happened to us, and the enemies were able to enslave us and hurt us so much, but all of it was because of disobedience, because we were not keeping the commandments. And that's something you can read in Daniel. I'm going to read it for you right quick. You can find that in the book of Daniel, chapter, I believe 9, verse 11. Let's get it right quick. The book of Daniel, chapter 11. The book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him. Right? So all those curses that you see in the book of Deuteronomy, they pour upon us. So there's a reason why we went to slavery. There's a reason why the Arabs came and decimated so many tribes and so everything we had in Africa. There's a reason why they were able to steal our religion and create a fake religion called Islam. All of those things happened not by mere pure accident, but those things happened because we were not keeping the commandments, and the Most High had already promised those things were going to happen if we were not going to keep the commandments, right? Let's continue on. And I sent messengers, verse 26, Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 26. So go back to Deuteronomy, Salakia chapter 2, verse 26. And I sent messengers out of the wilderness of Kedemoth unto Sihon the king of Heshbon with words of peace, saying, Let me pass through thy land. I will go along by the highway. I will neither turn unto the right hand nor the left. Thou shalt sell me meat for money, that I may eat, and give me water for money, that I may drink. Only I will pass through on my feet. And the children of Esau, which dwelt in Seir, and the Moabites which dwell in Ar, did unto me, until I shall pass over Jordan in the land which the Most High our God gave us. So he sent a message to Sihon, the king of Heshbon, and be like, hey, just like you see the Edomites that let us pass through, and the Moabites, just go, come on, please let us pass through. We're gonna pay you. You're gonna give us food. We're gonna buy. You're gonna give us water. We're gonna pay. All you have to do is just let us go through. Right? Verse 30. Let's read it. But Sihon, king of Heshbon, would not let us pass by him. For the Most High, thy power, thy Elohim hardened his spirit, and made his heart obstinate, that he might deliver him into thy hand, and appear this day. And the Most High said unto me, Behold, I have begun to give Sion in this land before thee. Begin to possess, that thou mayest inherit this land. So since he wouldn't let the Israelites go through, then guess what? Now your land is going to be destroyed and conquered. Verse 32. Then Sion came out against us, he and all his people, to fight at Jahaz. And the Most High our God delivered him before us, and we smote him and his sons and all his people. Now, mind you, normally when you take out the sons, those are the successors. Those are the people that would become princes and kings. So not only did we take out Sion, but we also kill all his sons and also all his people, right? Verse 34. And we took all his cities at that time and utterly destroyed the men, right? So all his cities were destroyed, and the men and the women and the little ones of every city, we left none to remain. So complete annihilation. That city didn't have nothing left, wiped off them out, blacked out, Verse 35, only the cattle we took for a prey unto ourselves, and the spoil of the cities which we took. So literally, take the cattle, take the spoil, the gold, whatever you can find, but everything else gone. From Aroer, which is by the brink of the river of Arnon, and from the city that is by the river, even unto Gilead, there was not one city too strong for us. For the Most High our God delivered all unto us. Only unto the land of the children of Ammon thou came not, nor unto any place of the river Jabbok, nor unto the cities and the mountains, unto whatsoever the Most High our God forbade us. Deuteronomy chapter 3. Then we turned and went up the way of Bashan, and Og, the king of Bashan, came out against us, he and all his people, to battle at Edrei. So this guy Og is gonna meet a very not so pleasant end, if I can say that. Verse 2. And the Most High said unto me, fear him not, for I will deliver him and all the people and all his people and his land into thy hand, and thou shalt do unto him as thou did unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, which dwell at Heshbon. So the Most High our God delivered into our hands Og, also the king of Bashan, and all his people, and we smote him until none was left to him remaining. And we took all his cities at that time. There was not a city which we took not from them. 80 cities, right? Now, 80 cities, if 1 score is 20, so 80 cities would be like 60 cities. All the region of Argob, the kingdom of Og and Bashan. All the cities were fenced with high walls, gates, and bars, beside unwalled towns, right? Besides unwalled towns, a great many. Verse 6. And we utterly destroyed them, as we did unto Sihon, king of Heshbon, utterly destroying the men, women, children, and every city. But all the cattle and the spoil of the cities we took for our prey to ourselves. Verse 8. And we took at that time out of the hand of the 2 kings of the Amorites the land that was on this side Jordan, from the river of Arnon unto Mount Hermon, which Hermon the Sidonians called Sirion, and the Amorites called Shinir. Verse 10. And all the cities of the plain, and all Gilead and Bashan, Salakia, and all Bashan, and Salcha, and Edrei, cities of the kingdom of Og and Bashan. For only Og, king of Bashan, remained of the remnant of giants. And that's very important. And I wanted to get there because some people didn't know that Og was actually the descendant of one of the giants, to the point the Bible even gives you the exact measurement of how tall this guy is. Well, at least the bed that he slept, the Bible gives us the length of it, and trust me, it was not a small little bed. But the point is that Og, the king of Bashan, was actually of the giants. So he was a very, very tall man, and he was one of the descendants of the giants. That kind of like goes back to those people that don't believe the giants existed. According to the Bible, they did. They existed. Okay, so this is, I'm not gonna even make like turn this into like a big lesson, but the giants existed, and Og, king of Bashan, remained of the remnant of giants. So he was a remnant of giants, right? Let's read. Behold, his bedstead was a bedstead of iron. It is not in Rabbah. Is it not in Rabbah of the children of Ammon? 9 cubits was the length thereof. So that was the length of the bedstead. Now, mind you, 9 cubits is actually, first thing first, 1 cubit typically equals 18 feet. That's the length for 1 cubit. So if the Bible says 9 cubits, but let's read it again. His bedstead was bedstead of iron, and that's verse 11. Is it not in Rabbah of the children of Ammon? 9 cubits was the length thereof, and 4 cubits the breadth of it, after the cubits of a man. So if it was 9 cubits, you take 9 multiplied by 18, that gives you 162. The 162 inches, and you multiply that 162, you divide that 162 inches, or you convert it rather to feet. That should give you 13 point something feet. So when you convert it, it should give you 13.5 feet. Let's continue on. In this land which we possess at that time, from Aroer, which is by the river of Arnon, and half Mount Gilead, and the cities thereof, gave I unto the Reubenites and the Gadites. So remember, when the people were actually going into the land, as they were about to cross the Jordan, the Reubenites and the Gadites, they wanted to have that portion that was on the east side of the Jordan. Rather that, yeah, let me see. Was it, yeah, that portion that was on the east side of the Jordan, I believe. That's what they wanted. The Reubenites and the Gadites. And so the Bible says, unto the Reubenites and unto the Gadites I gave from Gilead unto the river Arnon half the valley, and the border unto the river Jabbok, which is the border of the children of Ammon. Verse 17, the plain also in Jordan, and the coast thereof, from Shinnereth, even unto the sea of the plain, even the salt sea unto Ashdod, Pisgah eastward. And I commend you at the time, saying, the Most High your power has given you this land to possess it. You shall not pass over armed before your brethren, the children of Israel, all that are meet for war, but your wives and your little ones and your cattle, for I know that ye have much cattle, shall abide in your cities, which I have given you. So that was the deal that Moses actually made with the Reubenites and the Gadites, and the deal was very simple. If you guys are willing to fight and continue the conquest, then you can have that land, and therefore even immediately you can leave your children and your cattle and everything. But the men, they're gonna cross the Jordan. They're gonna continue the conquest until all the tribes, they have their own lot, and then from there on, then you can officially have that land. Verse 20, until the Most High has given you rest unto your brethren, as well as unto you, and until they have also possessed the land, which the Most High your God has given them beyond Jordan. And then shall you return every man into his possession, which I have given you. And I commanded Joshua at that time, saying, thine eyes have seen all the Most High your power has done unto these 2 kings, so shall the Most High do unto all the kingdoms which thou passest. Verse 23, you shall not fear them, for the Most High your God, he shall fight for you. He shall fight for you. So, this, ladies and gentlemen, conclude our Torah portion. With that, I say all praises to the Most High.